Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol DCTH. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. And in this case, really kind of just boils things down and makes it easy to kind of justify me saying just this thing was a total pump and dump today. Now, I'm not talking about the company itself. I'm not implying that the company is working out of somebody's like shed or basement or anything like that. I'm judging that and making that comment strictly on the price action, how the price reacted. And how I define a pump and dump is price makes a really good move, but then in a relatively short amount of time, the price is right back to where it started or sometimes even lower. So applying that definition, let's see what happens. Makes a really good move. Well, this morning, considering that it gapped all the way up here and then ran all the way up there, I would say this was a very good move. Now, the second part of the definition, and then in a relatively short amount of time, the price goes back to right where it started. So the whole move started right here, right? Because that's where the gap happened at. And in a relatively short amount of time, like within the first basically hour and a half, the price not only went back to where it started, which was right there, but continued on down and actually closed lower than where it all started. So if that's not a pump and dump, I don't know what is. But in my opinion, if I had to summarize the chart quickly, that's how I would summarize it. So in terms of levels of support and resistance, key level of support now going forward is right here at the 39-cent level. Price didn't quite hit it, but you can see it's essentially kind of a generalized area. That's as low as it got right there. But not that long ago, the price was hovering right around there, and once again is right around that area. 39 cents is important just for the simple fact that if the price doesn't hold above there, then that's, the price is essentially going to all-time new lows, and that by no definition is any sort of sign of bullishness. So we'll see what happens with it. The one thing to keep in mind is that the price has been hovering around here, and multiple times there have been some pretty nice bounces. Now I'm saying that another huge bounce is guaranteed. No such thing as a guaranteed, but from a risk versus reward perspective, it's a pretty interesting setup. In regards to levels of resistance, let's map out a couple potential levels here real quick. First area of resistance just going to be at the top of this range that formed today, and that sits there at 44 cents. And then after 44 cents, next key level of resistance up there at that point, and that sits at 50 cents. So keep an eye on those couple levels right there. But what started off as a very solid day turned out to, like I said, just be a pretty big dump fest. So we'll see if the bulls can put anything new together and get another bounce going. One of the most popular questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together this free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then by all means, click right there to get access to the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and like I say, it is free. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.